Hi everybody, I am back again. I am finally making a video to show you guys how to do dry skin brushing or self-lymphatic drainage. It's something that I offer as well as a full-on treatment, but as long as we are in quarantine, I will be offering these classes in this format, like a video, or also as a one-on-one training too. So until you're able to come into the office and receive some lymphatic drainage massage with another human, myself, I will show you how to do it for yourself at home. So the lymphatic system is really superficial. It's very close to the skin's surface, and it helps to process your blood and remove toxins and bacteria and things that get into your blood that make you sick. So it's really amazing to boost your immune system, and it's great for a good once over detox. So the whole thing is, it takes a little bit of time. It takes about 20 minutes. So I'll show you the basic principles, I'll show you the strategies, the ideas behind it and how it works and why, and I'll show you the tools that I use, and I'll tell you a little bit about my process myself. So for the past couple of months, I've been doing the dry skin brushing every day for about 4 days, once a month, just as a good detox, just to help keep my immune system right where I want it and to stay healthy as we get through the year, right? So sometimes what can happen, especially if you're doing it that frequently, is you can get a little bit of an emotional detox. You can feel kind of crappy. You can feel like you might be getting sick. And that's actually a really good sign that your body is processing anything that's going on in your bloodstream, and that it's working, it's working. That's a good sign. So, even when you are receiving lymphatic drainage massage with another person as opposed to dry skin brushing, you want to try to do it every day. So when I put people on protocols not for dry skin brushing, for lymphatic drainage massage, I have them come in once a week, and then they're also doing the dry skin brushing at home. So it's really thorough, and it helps get a super deep detox to your whole body. So that being said, excuse the cat, I will show you the tools that I use, and they're actually very simple. They're really easy to find, and you also don't necessarily need tools at all. So this is the dry skin brush that I use, and it's super simple, just a natural fiber bristle. It's nothing crazy, expensive, exotic, really basic. You can find these at Whole Foods. You can find them kind of anywhere, really. So these are great. I also do dry skin brushing for my face. So because the lymphatic system, there's a lot of lymph nodes by our sinuses, by our throat, right? And even underneath our neck, as well as through right above our clavicle. Detoxing our face is really important. It's a really crucial part of the process. It's also our first line of defense. So it's where everything's kind of vulnerable, right? Because we're smelling and we're using our mouths, and everything's kind of exposed right here. So this is kind of our first line of defense, okay? So to do dry skin brushing on my face, I use this little brush. These two actually came in a set that I got on Amazon for like 14 bucks. Again, you don't have to have a dry skin brush to do self-lymphatic drainage. Very important. You can just use your hands too. So that being said, those are my tools. I'm going to set you up here because this is a full body sort of treatment, right? So I'd like to actually start with the face because, again, it's an area of the body that gets a lot of exposure to our environment, and it is our first line of defense. So with dry skin brushing, you want to use very minimal pressure. It's hardly any pressure at all. If you feel like you're going too heavy or too light, if you feel like you're going too light, go a little bit lighter. And you also want to make your movements really slow. If you feel like you're going slow enough, go slower. So without further ado, we will start on the face. I'll show you the principles. Since the face is such a small area, obviously we're using a smaller brush. It takes less time, and you'll get the idea for the principles as we move along. So the whole idea with dry skin brushing or self-lymphatic drainage is to move around the lymphatic fluid under our skin, directly under our skin, so it can get processed. We want to move that fluid towards our lymph nodes, which are in all of our major joints. There's some here, there's some under our jaw. If you've ever been sick, God forbid, then you know how that feels when they get really swollen. They're also in your armpits. They're also around your sternum. They're around your belly. They're around your hips. They're right on the insides and backs of your knees. And those are all the major ones. So when it comes to dry skin brushing and self-lymphatic drainage, those are the important spots. Here, your armpits, your belly, and your tops of your hips, and then the front of your knees and the insides of your knees, okay? So for the face, what we want to do, and this gets down to the basic principles of dry skin brushing, and this is really, really important because you don't want to back up your lymphatic system, so you actually want to clear the area on the surface that you're treating that's closest to your lymphatic nodes, right? First. So as we're going through, we're just going to clear the bottom first, right? Really, really slow and really, really light. I like to do about 4 to 5, 3 to 5, depending on how much time I want to give it. Strokes to each little segment, okay? So the area that is closest to your lymphatic system, to your lymph nodes, goes first, right? So we're just going really, really slow, really, really light, and just clearing out that whole area. In this section, we're going directly towards the nodes in your neck, okay? So we're just moving really, really slow. And this is also the reason I like to use a brush, which you don't have to do. You can also just use your clean hand. But I like to use a brush because it's amazing for your skin. It's kind of cool doing it with your hands though, because you can actually feel your lymph moving if you're kind of sensitive in touch. But otherwise, if you're using a brush, it's just really great for your skin. So keep on moving. And then once you've done 3 to 5 strokes towards your lymph nodes in that lower section, you're going to move up a little bit, okay? You're going to brush all the way down. It's kind of like running suicides where you run from a starting point and then go a little bit farther and come back, and then go a little bit farther and then come back, and then go all the way and then come back, right? So we're just going to bring this out a little bit farther. Really, really light, really slow. This whole process takes about 20 minutes. I'm just going to show you the basics so that you can use these tools at home, use the principles in a safe and effective way. And then you move a little bit higher and come all the way down, right? Good. Really, really slow. Excuse Milk. I don't think he loves this quarantine situation as much as dogs do. And then we'll switch over to the other side, okay? So you're going to that midway point, right? So right above the nose, your cheekbone, all the way down right below your jaw. And 3 times, really slow. 4 times. 5 times, right? And you'll come up to the forehead and come all the way down. The forehead, all the way down. Forehead, all the way down. A good rule of thumb with the amount of pressure that you should be using for lymphatic drainage is about the weight of a nickel. So about 5 grams. which is like nothing. So really, if you feel like you're not using very much pressure, use even less. Good. This is best done right before you get in the shower, especially if you're using a brush. We'll switch sides, because any of the awesome, yummy soaps that you use or any products that you use for your skin can actually get into your skin a little bit better because you're sloughing off all this dry skin, right? So this is great to do. Even when I'm not doing a full detox, I'll actually do some dry skin brushing just to help exfoliate before I put on any face wash or a scrub even, or really any product before I wash my face. Good. Good. So here, once we're done with the face, it took about 5 minutes, you want to really, really lightly kind of massage your lymph nodes. Not a lot of pressure. It's just enough pressure to kind of move your skin on top of your lymph nodes. Just like right about here, right? We'll do about 10 in each little spot. And then move up towards your ear just a little bit more. And this is just to kind of help stimulate your lymph nodes and to help that stuff get processed a little bit easier, right? And then we'll move down. Good. So either using your hand or your brush, we're going to start on the upper body, okay? So for your clavicle and above, you'll want to move up towards the lymph nodes in your neck. Really slow, really light, right? Again, you can do this with your hand or your brush. 3 to 5 strokes each section, right? The whole idea is that you're emptying these lymph ducts into your nodes so that the stuff can be processed. It's super important to stay really, really hydrated when you're doing a lymph detox, because that will help everything get processed quicker and just more effectively. Good. So once you're done with that section, we'll move to the arms. So your arm might get a little tired, so I like to kind of put my hand up on a wall just to like hang out, right? So the whole idea here is that you're going to clear out what's closest to your armpit lymph nodes first. You'll move a little bit farther and then come in. A little bit farther and then come in. A little bit farther and then come in, right? And your lymph nodes are in your armpit. So kind of keep that in mind too, that even stuff on top of your deltoid, right? Kind of wrap around. Come all the way around your tricep. Just don't forget that you're a 3-dimensional human. Not everything needs to get cleared. Right? Good. Good. If I'm doing my monthly lymphatic drainage detox, I'll also make a really big priority out of getting extra sleep. That's when your body recovers, that's when your body repairs its tissues, that's when your body detoxes. So it's great to really make sure that you're prioritizing sleep when you're doing a multi-day lymphatic drainage detox. Super slow. It's important to check in with your speed and pressure as you go. If you're anything like me, you might feel like it's not really enough. So just make sure that you're moving slow, you're moving light. Then you'll move to the next section, just past your elbow. Good. And in the back of your arm, just past the elbow, 3 to 5 strokes that direction. Just be super thorough. I'm kind of skipping over some parts of this just so that just for time's sake, then you'll do the other side. So starting all the way up here, if you're doing it with your hand, you know it's going to look just like that. Super light, right? Really, really light, always coming towards your armpit. Just 3 to 5, right? You're basically just petting yourself really, really slow. It doesn't feel like much, but I promise you, it's great. Promise. So next is like your trunk, okay? So again, hopefully if you're doing this right before you get in the shower, you're not wearing any clothing, that's ideal so that you can kind of access whatever you need to, right? So I'll just show you like belly. It's like right through here. So from here, these in your belly, everything actually kind of drains into your pelvic lymph nodes, okay? So everything can kind of be drawn down here, really slow, right? You want to make sure that everything is, you're considering that you're a 3-dimensional human, right? So, and again, you can use your hand or a brush. I like to use both when I can, when I'm not working on my arms. Come all the way around the back, right? Super, super slow. Switch all the way around the back. Great. Once you've done 3 to 5 around there, we'll move to the legs. I usually like to have something just to like prop my leg up on, right? So everything is going to be moving up towards your inguinal lymph nodes too. So you'll start really high, right? Just clearing everything that's closest to the lymph nodes first, right? And don't forget the underside of your thigh too. Just move really, really slow. I usually commit about 20 to 30 minutes every day for 4 to 7 days when I'm doing a full body lymph drainage detox. And I'll do that about once a month, just to make sure everything's good. I haven't really been sick in 2 years, so I think it works. You'll move a little bit farther, right? And again, it's not going to feel like you're doing very much, but I promise it does. So when you come around to the outside of your leg, you can kind of come towards the front of your hip, right? Right above the knee on the outside, all the way up to like the front of your hip, okay? So you're kind of coming at an angle, right? super slow. And then you'll go at the knee all the way up to the hip. So the lymphatic system actually doesn't have a pump of its own like our heart. So although it's really closely associated with our circulatory system, it doesn't have any sort of movement of its own. So if we are kind of sedentary, which is really easy to do when we're not leaving home, when we aren't working as much, when our gym is closed, not moving as much. So what can end up happening is that our lymphatic system gets a little bit sluggish and slow. So this is really important to help that system stay supported and stay moving to keep you healthy. And it should be noted too that staying pretty active is actually going to help your lymphatic system process everything quicker because it is so closely associated with your circulatory system. When you get your blood moving, you get your lymphatic system moving as well. So I'm moving lower than the knee. I'm on my shin, coming all the way up. And moving all the way from the ankle, all the way up. Check your speed, check your pressure. Make sure you're not moving too heavy or too fast. Good. It's really as easy as that. So from there, you'll want to do the other side, starting from here up to the hip, moving down all the way up to the hip, to the knee-ish, right? All the way up to the hip. Below the knee, all the way up, all sides, right? Clearing out everything all the way up to the hip. From the ankle, all the way up. 3 to 5 for each little section. And I mean 3 to 5 right here, 3 to 5 right here, right? 3 to 5 on the outside, right? Really, really slow, really, really light. If you're not sure about the amount of pressure that you should be using, get a nickel, lay that on your skin, and really tune into how heavy that is. It's not heavy at all. So again, you want to do your full body, neck, everything moving towards basically your center line, clearing what's closest to the lymph nodes first, and then what's farther second, right? Drink a ton of water while you're doing this. Make sure that you're loading up on really good nutrients and eating really good food, all that kind of stuff. If you feel inclined to use any zinc, elderberry, vitamin C, that's going to help support this system as well. And just make sure that you're getting enough sleep and you're managing your stress as well. So I hope that's super helpful. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is me doing my part to help you guys stay healthy until the next time I see you for massage. I am certified in lymphatic drainage massage, so we can get you started on a protocol once we are out of this quarantine fun, and we can get your immune system working really, really, really well. Full body lymphatic drainage massage is a little bit different in that it's way more thorough and it's more specific. Usually treatments are about an hour and a half, and I also train you on how to do those yourself at home, similar to this, but one-on-one. So I hope you guys stay happy and healthy and you're enjoying your Q time. And Milk says goodbye, and let me know if there's any other videos that you guys are interested in seeing, and I will see you guys very soon. Enjoy your day.